to see you today. I've been meaning to record this video for quite some time. I know I've spoken to a few of you about moving on to using reusable pants. So I just want to do a quick video to show you what I've been trying, how I've been finding out, and just how to look after them really. So I've been using a brand called Modibodi. So it comes in a package like this, and all the information is on the back there. My first pair I brought were these. So this is their active range. Just allow that to go in there. So what are they? Basically, they have probably 4 ranges. They have a range for teenagers, they have a range for maternity, they have an active wear range, and they have a kind of period range as well. There is a bit of a crossover in them. So as I said, these were the first ones I brought, so this video isn't sponsored by them at all. I've brought all these products myself to try, and I've really enjoyed using them, which is why I wanted to make the video and share it with you. I have contacted the company and they are giving me a discount code for anyone who'd like to purchase it, and I will pop those details on the screen and I'll add them to the video after. So these were the first ones I brought. These were the active briefs. So it says pee and period proof, so they are aimed at people who have incontinence as well. But as you know, as a women's health physio, I would encourage you to see a women's health physio and we can help you with that incontinence than relying on something like this. But it might be something that helps you in the short term for sure. So they have these little codes on them, so depending on how many drops on it, it tells you how much period or urine or blood or content, body fluid it can contain, and then underneath you've got the size and the colour. So the general vibe I'd kind of heard was most of these products tend to come up quite small, so I was kind of 10, 12, so I decided to go with the 12 medium. I have to say, actually, I found it wasn't loose that they were kind of falling off, and they were still totally fine, but I found that I didn't need a size 12 basically. So all my other ones I ended up going with a size 10 small, and it was perfect. So if you're kind of 10, 12 or a kind of top end of a lower end of a 10, I would definitely stick with the 10. So the packaging is all recyclable, and then at the back it tells you that one is super light, so looking at the little marks, the little teardrops, you've got 2 which is light to moderate. So a light to moderate would be 10 mils, so that's equivalent to 1 to 2.5 tampons, which is equivalent to 1 to 2 teaspoons. You've got then moderate to heavy absorbency, which is equivalent to 2 tampons, and then you've got a heavy overnight one, which is again 2 tampons, but I would say you can definitely see the difference between a heavy overnight and a moderate heavy, and I will show you what they're like. So yeah, so depending on how kind of heavy you are, you would kind of order different ones really. So let me show you how they work, so they kind of makes a bit more sense of what I'm going on about. So the other thing on the picture, which is really good, and you can see this all on the website as well, you can see the black bit on the diagram, and that shows you where the extra padding is. So the way it's designed, so it's literally like wearing a normal pair of pants. So instead of having to put a pad in, or like having to have a reusable cup or use tampons, you basically pull up your pants and that's it. So this was an active range, so this was kind of aimed at people who exercise and may leak whilst they exercise, but also it can be used when you're really light on your periods. Now these are light to moderate. I would say definitely by the end of day 2, definitely 3, 4, 5, I could wear these pretty much the whole day and didn't have any issues. So it depends obviously how heavy you are generally. I'm quite heavy the first 2 days, and then I kind of tail off. So I would say if I was having this in my kind of routine day free, I'd quite easily put these on and feel comfortable having them on for majority of the day. That's another thing most people say, oh, do you have to keep changing them? With all of these, I could do a good day, so what, 9 to 5, 9 to 7, quite easily with these, and not have to feel that I've got to change them, that they feel smelly, that I feel wet, or anything like that. So I think the best way to kind of give you an idea of what the styles are like, so these are all kind of the period range, is just to kind of try them on and show you really. So the first one up that I'm going to show you is this active one. So I popped that on. I thought you might wonder how I was going to show you, so I decided that I'm going to put them on top of my clothes and then you can kind of get an indication, although I probably should have worn different colour trousers so they kind of worked a bit easier. So this is the active range. So the active range basically has the slogan going around the top. It's fairly high leg. It's got the padding from here all the way in between the legs up until right under here. So nothing on my bottom at all here. As you can see, it's fairly high leg there, and also it comes round quite low. So if you're wearing your full kind of sports gear, that gives you really good maximum coverage. I suppose if I wore it, I would consider it almost a little bit high, not too high, but a little bit high. And they have a boy version kind of boxer shorts type ones as well, but I don't like things on my upper thigh, so I think these were just right for me. So again, that is the active brief version. So starting off with my light version, so I thought I would try the Sensual high waist bikini, and these were in the light moderate range. So this means that they are light to moderate, so they are equivalent to one to 1.5 tampons. It means they've got a little lace over the top as well. And this is kind of what they look like. As I said, I went down to a size 10. So if I pop these ones, well, let me just show you what it's like inside. So inside, I'll see if I can get enough light to show you. It's just got the middle section is a bit more padded, so depending if it's a light, medium or heavy, this bit is a little bit more built up, so more absorbency. So you can see this one is pretty flat, so this is light. You would not tell that is any different to a normal pair of knickers, if I'm honest. So this is all black, all sealed. You can get these in different colours, but the absorbency bit, as far as I know, tends to be black on all of them, which is great in the sense you don't see how much is there, what colour it is. You definitely don't see like the blood sitting on top or anything like that. So if I just shuffle my top down just to give you a bit of a contrast of colour, you can see here that it comes up, my belly button's pretty much spot on to where it is. Again, so this is the high waist bikini one. So you can see it's up higher here. It's higher on the cut here than the active one, higher on the cheek, and it comes around. So I found these particularly comfortable. I found that they were nice also because they weren't kind of boring. There was a little bit of lace. As I said, you can get them in different colours. Really comfortable. I could wear these hours on end. I could wear these even when I'm not on my period and feel very, very happy with those. Next up, the ones I wanted to show you, which was the seam-free full brief. These are moderate to heavy, so you can see the 3 little drops there, and that is, I would say, for most people, probably even their day one. some people might feel they want to use that on day 2 as well. So the advice with this one is that it's a bit snug initially, but as you start wearing it, it gets comfy. The reason why that is, this is a full brief shape, so it's going to be more coverage, but the key bit here is it's seam free. So for those people that feel things are a bit bulky, or will people know, am I going to have massive panty lines? Well, this is the kind of range you want to go for, the seam free one, so you can see literally no seams, and it's got a little logo on the back. In terms of padding, you definitely can feel there's more there when you put it on, in terms of a bit more weight. Not significantly, but enough to know, almost to give you more confidence really. So you can see there to there, you've got the padded section here. So with this one, I would probably say it was my least favourite, only because of the material. Like I'm happy with my knicker line showing in my thighs. It's not an issue for me, because I find a lot of these ones with seam free is the fact that the seam free ones, the material tends to be a lot more silky, and I suppose that is because they don't want to allow it to fray around the sides. So as you can see, it's quite a fairly snug fit, lower down on the leg, full coverage on the back, because this is a full brief seam line. You can get other versions, and again, so I would say it totally does what it says on the package. Just not for me because of the fabric, because I prefer a more cotton natural fabric where I feel I can breathe, especially particularly in these times when I'm on my periods. I want something that I feel is just a bit more natural against the skin, but in terms of what it does, perfect. And then my last one I wanted to show you is my heavy overnight one. So this is my 4th pair, going up to the highest. So this is the sensual high-waisted bikini version, and this one is 4 dots. So this one is heavy overnight. So this is the top-notch one. So if you're worried that you're not going to be able to change at night, if you're worried that you know, you're really heavy and you just want to be totally safe when you first start out, this is the one for you. So this is, compared to the light one, significantly heavier, but not bulky, not, oh my god, I feel like I'm carrying a ton. But you can see, not only does it have a little bit more of a bulk, probably not that well on the camera, but it also has more coverage. So from the front, it goes all the way through, and it goes pretty much in between, I would say, a third of your bum up. So I'll show you when I'm wearing it where the bulk of the material is. So again, it's got a nice little bit of lace on the top, and it's a full size, high-waisted, but it's a bikini cut. So if I pop that on, firstly let me show you where the coverage is. So you've got the coverage from here all the way through to here, or no, even higher actually, here on my bum. So quite a lot of my bum is covered, so the absorbency can go all the way around. In terms of fabric, it's just like the others. It's lovely and cotton, it's breathable. Very happy to wear this all night long. I've worn it out. I felt it was a little bit more, when I was out, I felt like I definitely knew I was wearing something. Compared to the others, I felt they felt a bit more discreet, and I felt a bit more confident wearing them out. This one being heavy overnight one, like I could wear it late evening, all the way through the night, all the way till morning, until I've had shower and breakfast and stuff, and feel pretty happy with that at all, with that mostly, without, you know, feeling any issues there. So obviously if you have any questions, like comment below or message me. I'm totally happy to answer them. I think the average, I think someone quoting was like 11,000 tampons or so you would use in your lifetime, which I just think is let alone the tampons up, all the plastic around that as well. It's just, I think it's just crazy. So I've been trying these now for the last 3 of my periods, and it's totally been a game changer for me. So I get through my kind of 5 to 7 days with these 3, with these 4 that I've got in front of me. I know a lot of people not always sure how many to get. I think if you can get 5, brilliant, your life is going to be so different. But if you want to try it out, you know, go for maybe 1, even if that just stops you having to change your pads for like a day and a night. You've already saved, like, what, you're changing them every kind of 3 to 4 hours you're encouraged to during the day. So, you know, you've already saved yourself almost a dozen just by kind of trying it for a day or 2, which is a huge impact. And also they're so easy to use, and trust me, once you've tried it, you're going to find these more comfortable than even your normal underwear. So the other bits I wanted to mention were how to look after them. But before I go on to that, so I was saying about maybe just even trying 1. So they've got a policy, Modibodi have a policy where you can order 1, give it a go, and if you're not happy, 30 days money back guarantee. They won't ask you anything, they will give you your money back. So you seriously don't have anything to lose in trying this out. And I think with current situation and environment of, you know, products being low, some people not being able to get all their toiletries, I think this is the most reliable thing you can do for yourself, even if it's short term. What was I going to say apart from that? I think how to look after them. So super easy. You get all the instructions on the back, and you also get like a leaflet which has all the information on. But in a nutshell, once you've used them, give them a rinse. Make sure you're using cold water, and let the cold water run through until the water becomes clear. If there's any kind of colouredness coming through, keep washing it with the cold water, just let it rinse through. Ideally they encourage not to soak it, but what you might find is you might just want to fill up a small sink with cold water, leave it in there, go away, I don't know, brush your teeth or whatever for a couple of minutes, and then kind of wring it through, wring it dry, and then leave it to line dry. So that's all you have to do, cold water, rinse and line dry. These are not suitable to put into the dryer. And in terms of washing, if you want to put them in with your washing, that's absolutely fine as well. But make sure it's kind of under 40 degrees. So it has to be a 30 degree or less temperature in terms of what you're washing. It's not encouraged that you use kind of fabric conditioners and all those extra bits, because of the way the material and the way the product is made, that it will make them last a lot less longer if you're using additional products with it. So yeah, I think that's pretty much most I wanted to say about these products. As you can tell, my short video has gone on a little bit longer because I am so passionate about this product. I think it's absolutely amazing. I really wish I started earlier, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. So I hope you found it helpful. Please give me a thumbs up so I could kind of keep making more videos like this, that I know that people find them helpful. I will put the code on the screen now as well. For what I know, this gives you 10% discount off all the range, but I will put any terms and conditions in the description of this box as well. So yeah, see you soon.